Alright guys, and welcome back to my channel, Old School Gunner. How you all getting on out there, guys? I wasn't going to do a video. I wasn't sure what I actually do one. But yeah, here we go. I'm going to do a video. Excuse the background there, guys. I just jumped out of bed. My apologies. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad, does it? Alright guys. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? The whole Cristiano Ronaldo situation. I'll just move across there. The whole thing with him. What can I say about it, guys? It's been a crazy situation. It's been a crazy couple of days. I mean, he obviously is very frustrated and annoyed at what's going on at the club. But for him to come on and give that interview where he has recklessly belittled Ten Hag and Manchester United Football Club as a whole, of course, his teammates, the fans are on his back. He's really after putting a spanner in the works, as we say in the business. It could be very, very damaging to him. The club took legal advice yesterday about what happened. I don't see how it's possible for him to remain at the club. And I'm not being naive or stupid about that. I don't see how it's possible for him to actually remain at the club now. With everything that he said, with everything that's gone on. I don't know how that's possible. I mean, honestly, somebody tell me how that's possible when he can criticize the manager and the club so much. He's on World Cup duty now with Portugal, of course, ahead of their World Cup campaign. And Bruno Fernandes, of course, who's a Manchester United teammate of his, and of course a Portugal teammate. He got a very frosty reception from Bruno Fernandes in the changing room. Very cool. I mean, what did he expect? He looked shocked by it all, but what did he expect after what he said? I think he has a point in what he was saying, but to come out like that and to have a go at the manager and the players of the club, it wasn't too wise, to be honest. It wasn't wise at all. Let's be honest about it. So for him to come out like that and say things like that, it's a little bit crazy. To do like a live interview, which is going to be seen around the world, all over the UK, of course. It really didn't go down well with Man United and Ten Hag. Let's be honest about it. And rightly so. But like I said, I honestly believe Ronaldo, he's right in what he said. The club has not moved forward since Alex Ferguson left in 2013. There has been like a stalemate. They've just been kind of floating along. I'm just going to get into the full thing of it there, guys. Man United players disappointed with Ronaldo behaviour. Club taking legal advice. Cristiano Ronaldo took part in an interview where he criticised Man United and manager Erik ten Hag. The club will now consider legal advice. Before responding to the 37-year-old's claims, Sky Sports News understands Ten Hag and Man United are extremely disappointed with the manner and timing of the interview. Cristiano Ronaldo seemed to be taken aback by the frosty reception he received from his Man United and Portugal teammate Bruno Fernandes as they met for the World Cup. Julie, Manchester United players are disappointed with the way Cristiano Ronaldo has behaved, but they want to focus on football and not get involved in off-the-pitch issues. Ronaldo's bombshell interview with Talk TV, published by The Sun on Sunday evening, saw the 37-year-old criticise the club and manager Erik ten Hag, who the player says he has no respect for. Monday evening, more footage from the interview was released, with Ronaldo claiming members of the United hierarchy doubted him when he said he could not attend pre-season because his daughter was still in hospital. Ronaldo, I felt betrayed by Man United and have no respect for Ten Hag. Wow. Yeah, but like I said, it's a crazy story, guys. And how he can remain at the club and still be a player. His relationship with Ten Hag now is damaged forever. and also with the players and with the hierarchy at United. It looks like he wants to just leave. Cristiano Ronaldo, Man United doubted me over my sick daughter when I missed preseason. He has also accused Man United's owners, the Glazers, of not caring about Man United's sporting success in the latest clip released from his 90th-minute interview with Piers Morgan. Ronaldo says he's not spoken to the Glazers since he returned to the club last season. In another extract from his interview with Piers Morgan, Cristiano Ronaldo has accused Manchester United of lacking empathy. He accused United of betraying him, claiming the club tried to force him out, and said he has no respect for manager Erik ten Hag in the first clips released by Talk TV from a 90-minute interview with Piers Morgan. The Portugal captain also lashed out at former teammate Wayne Rooney and United's interim manager from last season, Ralph Rangnick, as he criticised the lack of progress at Old Trafford since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. And now with the latest set of teasers from a sit-down with the TV presenter, the 37-year-old has alleged the two senior figures at Old Trafford treated him with suspicion when he said his daughter Bella was sick with bronchitis just 3 months after her twin brother had died. I spoke with the director and the president of Man United, and they kind of didn't believe that something was going wrong, which made me feel bad, Ronaldo told Talk TV. Asked to confirm did they not believe him, Ronaldo continued. They believe me, but in the same way, I am never going to change the health of my family for a football. Now we're 10 years behind or forward. And it is something that really hurt me because they doubted my word that I was struggling, especially Bello and Gio. Georgina Rodriguez, Ronaldo's girlfriend. Interesting stuff, no doubt about it. We had 1 week in hospital because Bella had a big problem and I didn't go to the pre-season because of that. I didn't want to leave my family through the pre-season because I didn't think it was fair to leave my family for a pre-season. This is why I didn't go. Man United are not commenting on Ronaldo's latest comments. The Glazers don't care about Man United. Speaking to Piers Morgan on Talk TV, Ronaldo criticised the Glazer ownership of Man United, saying they don't care about the club. He's also said the Man United owners, the Glazers, do not care about the club's sporting success. The Glazers, who took ownership of the club through a leveraged buyout in 2005, a deal which left United with a debt of more than $500 million, have been widely criticised by fans and blamed for the club's decline. Ronaldo believes the current structure at United with the Glazers in charge makes it unlikely the club will be fighting for top honours in the next few years. The owners of the club, the Glazers, they don't care about the club, professional sport. Manchester United is a marketing club. They get their money from the marketing, he added. The sports, they don't really care, in my opinion. Asked if he'd spoken to the Glazers since he went back, Ronaldo said no, never. They give all the power to the president, the sporting director. The fans are always right. The fans know the truth. They should know the players want the best for the club. I want the best for the club. That is why I came back to Manchester United. That is why I love this club. But you have some things inside the club which doesn't help it reach top level as City, Liverpool, and even now Arsenal. It is complicated, it's difficult, it's hard. In my opinion, it will be hard for Manchester United to be top of the game in the next 2 or 3 years. Ronaldo, Neville, Rooney criticised me for fame. Speaking to Piers Morgan, Cristiano Ronaldo criticises Wayne Rooney and Gary Neville. That's very interesting, though. It's very, very interesting. Ronaldo has also accused his former United teammates Wayne Rooney and Gary Neville of criticising him for fame and says they are no longer friends. Sky Sports pundit Neville said that United should end the relationship following the forward walkout against Tottenham, and it was then blanked by Ronaldo before United's 1-0 win over West Ham at Old Trafford. Rooney, meanwhile, warned Ronaldo of becoming an unwanted distraction at Old Trafford this week, and the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner has not taken kindly to either of his former teammates speaking out about him. Asked about Rooney's criticism, Ronaldo said, "I don't understand. You should ask this question to him. I don't know why he criticised me so bad." Asked if it is jealousy, he added, "Probably, because he finished his career in his 30s. I'm still playing at a high level. I'm not going to say that I'm looking better than him, which is true. It's hard to listen to that kind of criticism and negativity from people who played with you. For example, Gary Neville as well. People can have their own opinion, but they don't really know what's going on inside the training room at Carrington or even they should listen to not only one point of view, they have to listen to my point of view as well. It's easy to criticize if you don't know the whole story. It's easy. They are not my friends. It's easy to criticize. I don't know if they have a job in television that they must criticize to be more famous. I really don't understand it. I think they take advantage of my name because they are not stupid. I have to carry on my life with criticism. It's hard when you see people who are in the dressing room and you criticize in that way. I'm not going to sleep badly because of the criticism, because it's not good to listen to that. Ronaldo has joined up with the Portugal squad for the World Cup and insisted his absolute focus is on the national team amid the furore over his interview on Piers Morgan and Simpson. Ronaldo said on Twitter, "Total and absolute focus on the work of the national team, a united group towards a single objective to fulfill the dream of all Portuguese people." The club is going to take legal advice before making a decision on Ronaldo. Ronaldo missed United's 2-1 win over Fulham on Sunday. United will take legal advice before deciding how to respond to Ronaldo, but will await the release of the full interview later this week before taking any decision. Sky Sports News understands Ten Hag and the United players are extremely disappointed with the manner and timing of Ronaldo's interview. The club only found out about the interview as they were preparing to fly back from London Sunday evening following their 2-1 win over Fulham. Club One found out about the interview as they were preparing to fly back from London on Sunday evening following their 2-1 win over Fulham. They do not understand what he has said. They are hugely disappointed that he would disrespect the club, his manager and teammates in this way, and United are likely to consider all their options now regarding the player. Like I said, guys, I find it very hard to believe that he can be welcomed back into the club after what he said now. I mean, I don't think he's looking for a way out. I don't think he's looking for the exit. But really, I think it's going to be very, very hard for him to actually get back into the team and get playing for the club. After what he has said, after what has gone on, I think it's going to be very, very difficult. I'm going to go through some views now, guys, on Ronaldo's interview. Man United's players are disappointed with the way Cristiano Ronaldo has behaved. They want to focus on football and not get involved in the off-the-pitch issues. United's lawyers will keep studying comments Ronaldo has made us and when they are released. All options will be considered as more quotes of footage are released. Where next for Ronaldo? The MLS. A number of European football's biggest names are taking up the option we've seen out today in the United States, with the likes of Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, and Wayne Rooney among their number. Ronaldo's A-list status would make him the kind of draw that would pull serious commercial interest in MLS. And the lifestyle across the Atlantic would hardly put off a player who a long time ago became a crossover celebrity. Los Angeles Football Club, LA Galaxy, and Beckham's Inter Miami have all been touted as potential suitors. What did Bruno say to Ronaldo? Portuguese football journalist Pedro Sepulveda told Sky Sports, the national team put out images without sound on social media. The images look cold because Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes see each other for the first time. They're not smiling. Ronaldo was the first to arrive at the national team camp, while Fernandes was the last, despite both playing for the same club. So Ronaldo made a joke to Bruno Fernandes, asking him if he came by boat or not plane. So that was the only thing they were talking about. There was no problem between the pair of them or focus on the World Cup. They're saying here Ronaldo could go to Saudi Arabia, he could go to AS Roma in the Serie A, he could go to Sporting Lisbon. Bayern ruled out of signing Ronaldo, but it would make sense for Ronaldo. Chelsea. Ronaldo regret his unhappiest Man United moments. Jeez, there was a lot of them. But yeah, the meeting of himself and Cristiano Ronaldo, Fernandes and Ronaldo did not seem to be good. There seemed to be a bit of animosity between the two. And no matter what you say, Manny, how are you, man? Welcome along to the live stream. I hope you're keeping well, man. Just a quick one before I go to work. How long have you got for the stream before I go to work? Not long. I'm going to knock it out in about 15 minutes. I think I'm going to end it in 15 minutes because I have to shower, get dressed, and go. This is just like a short one. But the next time I'm on, I'm thinking of doing like a longer stream. I'm going to plan it. And I want different people to come on throughout the stream. It could be like a day-long stream, like I did before, like a monster stream. So I could have people come on at like half an hour or hour slots, as long as they wanted, really. And I'm going to organize that. I'm going to get in touch with the people. You too, Manny, if you're interested. And I'm going to have a lot of people on my channel watching my stream. I'm taking part in the stream. Yeah, like a fan cam. So I'm going to plan that in the next couple of weeks. I do not want to see Ronaldo McDonaldo join Arsenal. Yeah, he just unsettled the apple cart at the moment when we have things pretty much organized in the team. He would definitely upset things. If Fernandes Santos was ruthless enough to drop both Moutinho and Renato Sanchez, I think you should now bench Ronaldo for this World Cup. Yeah, he could be a bit of a divisive character in the changing room. And like there is beef between him and Bruno Fernandes. If you saw when they met at the training ground recently, when they met at the Portuguese national training camp, things did not look good between the two of them. And it was definitely a frosty reception. Ronaldo is an interesting character. I think his actions were really I'm working from 5 p.m. so in 4 hours until 11 p.m. and I'll be home in about 1:45 or 12:30. So I'll be at work all that time, yeah. And I'm working in a restaurant, so I can't. I'm working in the hotel restaurant, so I can't actually tune in, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would. Trust me. See what's going on. But yeah, have a good time on Warren's team talk, and he's not talking to me at all anymore for some reason, which I think you know. Um, but yeah, tell him I was asking for him, and I hope he's keeping well, and I hope it's a good stream, and I mean that. Yeah, tell him I said hi. But yeah, I need to go to work soon, and then I'm going to be like, I'll be home at about 12:30 midnight. But if you're still on then, I might tune in. But I'll probably watch the replay of it anyway. But if you're still on at 12:30 at night, when I get home at 1:45, I might tune in. We'll see. But it is what it is, you know. It is what it is, man. But the Ronaldo thing, yeah. I mean, it was bad timing the way he's done things. He's not going to see Ten Hag or United now until the new year, or maybe like the end of December. He of course has to see Bruno Fernandes. He's going to be in the World Cup. He has a point, but the way he went about things, criticizing the manager and the club openly in an interview on television, was not the smartest move. Let's be honest about it. Not something I would recommend. You saw what happened to Roy Keane, time and Alex Ferguson. As soon as you step out of line, it doesn't matter how big a player you are. I honestly don't think it's possible for him to remain at the club. I can't see how that's possible now with what he said about Ten Hag, what he said about the club. I think there's an element of truth in it that they have not progressed since Alex Ferguson left. I think there's an element of truth in that. That cannot be denied. But for him to come out so bluntly about it and to state his claim and his beliefs, I think it was just going to bring trouble on himself at the end of the day. And that's what it's looking like. You know what I mean? Honestly, it was bad timing and it was a bad idea. He's got a lot of problems with the Glazers. People doubting him about the health of his children, about the realistic situation there with his kids. He's not getting playing time at the moment, which I can understand. Garnacho scored recently against Fulham. He scored the winner, so Ronaldo's probably looking at that. There's young blood coming into the club, guys that can get the job done. But he definitely has issues with people. Now it's Ronaldo. Now it's Wayne Rooney and Neville. He said we're criticizing him. They shouldn't criticize him when they actually don't know the full story. They should look at both sides of the story, both people's sides, not just one. He also thinks that they are only talking about him to create a bit of interest in themselves. You know, he thinks that Rooney is jealous of him then also because Rooney's career ended earlier than Ronaldo's. He won't remain at the club, and now you know how stupid Roy Keane was to do those interviews in 2-2 and 2-5. It's clear that Ronaldo planned this. It's not worth the trouble. Yeah. And the way he came out with it, I mean, his beliefs are his beliefs. He's not a bang average player. He's a celebrity and one of the greatest players that ever lived, no doubt about it. One of the greatest footballers to ever play the game. But definitely it was ill-timed. And it was, I don't know who advised him to do that, but it wasn't under good advice. I respect him. He's entitled to his opinions and his beliefs. But definitely he's been an unsettling influence within the club. Yeah, there has been conflict there. Now he has come out and laid it all on the table. Yeah, he won't remain at the club. How can he possibly remain at the club? Exactly. That's how I feel about it too. United's legal team are looking into exactly what he said. They're analysing it before they come back with something. Is that a cause of concern for him? I honestly don't think so. I think he wants to leave the club. He is right what he said about the lack of progress, though. And he is right what he said about them bringing in the likes of Ralph Rangnick last year. Rangnick didn't know anything. One of the biggest clubs in the world, and he takes over. So he is right with what he said about some of those things. But also, it was ill-timed. It wasn't very well thought out. I understand he's going on emotion. I think he's upset about several things that have happened. So it's clouding his judgment. But it definitely was not the smartest move in the world to say those things and to do those things. Now it's too late, yeah. It's done. And it's all going to come out in the wash. And it's going to be a very interesting couple of days. I can't honestly believe that he's going to stay at the club now. They're talking about him going to America, maybe for Inter Miami, the team that David Beckham has established. Maybe for the LA Galaxy. Who's to know? They're also linking him with maybe Chelsea. I don't think that would ever happen. I don't know about you, Manny, but I don't think he would go play for Chelsea. He's at the end of his career. He wants to go out on a high. I understand that. He wants to establish himself completely at the end of his career. He wants to add to his goals tally. He wants to add to his trophy cabinet. He wants to do all of this. He wants to establish himself as a better player than Lionel Messi in the history of the game. And the two of them are entering the twilight years of their career. They're both entering the last years of their career. Messi is probably faring a little bit better. But yeah, he of course has that in his mind too. He wants to really cement his place as the greatest player of all time. He wants to win more trophies. He wants to score a lot of goals. He's looking across Manchester. He's looking at Manchester City. He mentioned Liverpool after getting stronger, Manchester City, Chelsea, and he even mentioned Arsenal's improvement. So he's aware of all of this. And then he's looking at Manchester United's situation. It's a lot of factors. All of these things have influenced him. And it really came to a head in that interview. And I mean, I don't want to criticize Ten Hag. I do not know the guy, but I honestly believe he's not a good man manager. That is my own belief on it. He comes across as being a real strict coach, a real strict manager. And I don't know how good he is with the players. Maybe I'm wrong about him, but I just think it's a clash of personalities too at the club between Ronaldo and him. A lot of the fans seem to be coming out against Ronaldo. They don't think it's nice what he did. They don't appreciate it. But yeah, McManus, welcome along, man. How are you getting on? Ronaldo said his agent was trying to find him a new club last summer. Who's going to pay his ridiculous wages? Who's going to put up with his ego? He's 38 years old. FFS. You all know what FFS means, guys. Yeah, that's true. He was unhappy since he came back, and things have changed, you know. He couldn't expect things to be the same. And United have slipped down the pecking order also, and that was out of his control. That was beyond him. He couldn't pull that back, yeah. The decline from United over the last number of years, since Ferguson retired, since 2013. Ronaldo is one hell of a player, but not even he can pull that back when the club is on a slide. They've been better this season. They have been better this season, but they have a long way to go. There's no doubt about that. Paulie wanted him at Chelsea, but I think after these shenanigans, he might change his mind. It's stupid how he sacked Tuchel over this and other issues, given how poorly Potter is doing in the league now. Yeah. The game against Arsenal, I mean, we didn't play too bad, but they were completely insipid. They did not play well at all. I mean, Chelsea were at 6s and 7s all over the field. We're on our game right now, but they were completely disorganized, and they were at home. And I think his ego would prevent him from achieving his dreams. If you recall, Dave, there was no club willing to sign him last season, and I'm sure he would have found another club eventually. Yeah, exactly. Sorry about that noise in the background, guys. But yeah, it looks like that. But definitely, he wants to cement his place as the greatest footballer of all time. He wants to go out on a high. He wants to score the goals, and he wants the trophies. He wants to add to what he's already achieved, to leave no doubt in anyone's mind that he is the best player that ever lived. He's gone up directly against Messi. Let me just pull up. Thanks for that comment, Manny. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for tuning in. McManus Gaming. It was interesting that Ronaldo said about the Glazers and what he said about the lack of ambition at the club and pro training facilities. Yeah, it was. And he's not a native English speaker, so you have to take the interview at face value. Some of the things he was trying to get at, but I understood him well enough. You know what I mean? I understood him well enough. There was a lot of truth in what he said. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, the training facilities, the cooks are still the same cooks, but we know what he's getting at, yeah. There has been no change. There has been no development. Everything is still the same as when he was a younger player, and he's disappointed with that as well. He's used to high standards, guys. He's used to Real Madrid. He's used to this. He's used to that. He should have stayed at Juventus probably, and definitely coming back to Manchester United for a second stint. It's like going back to an ex, guys. It's a bad idea. You know what I mean? And we all know what I'm talking about here. It's like going back to an ex-girlfriend, guys. It's a bad idea. Never go back to your ex. He went back to United, and look how it's worked out. It's all blown up in his face. Last season was quite amusing. I'm not going to lie. He was cutting a forlorn figure on the pitch. He was disruptive, in my opinion. He definitely disrupted things there at United. And yeah, what can you say about that? Huh? It is what it is. I'm going to wrap up the stream shortly, guys. It's going to keep going for a while. I about things in the back there. Somebody moving. Wish Ronaldo nothing but the best. The man needs help. Yeah, he's definitely going to leave United anyway. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I am 100% certain about that. Like Manny said, he can't stay on at the club now. Absolutely not. His comments, his behaviour, this and that, and also his performances, you have to say, he's not the player he once was. Age catches up with everybody eventually. He's 37 now. It's been a long career for him. A long, long career. So we'll have to see what happens. Summerful. Welcome along anyway, Summerful, man. Welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my channel. He was disruptive last season as well. United fans were just deluded. Got 2 managers sacked in 9 months. Yeah, exactly. Mani, never look back. Never look back. Never surrender the future you've earned. Stick to the track, to the beaten track, and never return to those bridges you burned. He didn't just burn them, he blew them up. But yeah, that's a good, I don't know where that comes from. But yeah, maybe you'd explain it. What is that actual, where is that from? Is that from a poem or is that from a book? But yeah, he's after blowing them up. He didn't just burn them, he blew them up. Completely demolished. Ronnie is quite the poet, guys. He's quite the philosopher. There you go. Yeah. Big mistake from Ronaldo. Big mistake going to play for United. And now look at the trouble he's in. It's from an old poem. I'll tell you that soon. Yeah, I thought that, yeah. But it's very well done, yeah, and well thought up and well used in the stream. It brought a smile to my face, my friend. Yeah, guys. Ronaldo really, I mean, you couldn't write what's going on at United. You couldn't write it. You know what I mean? They should make a Hollywood movie out of it. Because you just couldn't write it. You know what I mean? What has been going on. You couldn't make the stuff up. I mean, it's like the theatre of dreams. It's just like a theatre. It's like going into the theatre. It's like a Christmas time panto now. You know what I mean? It's like a Christmas time pantomime. Theatre of dreams is just a theatre. And the performance is not pleasing to a lot of people. United are down on their luck. What does the season hold for them? I mean, they have improved on last season. There is no doubt about that. And I do think Ten Hag can take the places, but it is going to take a couple of seasons, like it has taken Mikel Arteta to get things together. It is going to take a couple of seasons. They have a lot of mediocre players. Summerful, what's the poem? Here it is, man. Never Go Back by Felix Dennis. That is the poem. Never go back. Like I said, him go back to United, guys. It's like going back to an ex. It's not going to bode well. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. I really, really wish I had more time to keep going with the stream. It looks like it's been a good one. I would really like to. But yeah, I'm going to have to knock it on the head pretty soon and get ready for work. I should have got up, to be honest. I stayed too long in bed. There you have it. That's life, guys. Let's not laugh at the poor guy, despite how bad he has been this season. This is CR7 and he deserves a better end. He does, I agree with you. Someone coming on there saying, find yourself a hot girl. Ah, you're alright. Just have to block that nonsense. Phil, frankly, I have no sympathy for him. Yeah. That's the thing, guys. He's like anybody else in history. When you come out with something like this, it's going to divide people straight down the line. You know what I mean? There's going to be division among people. The people that like Ronaldo, that think it's terrible for him, and people that don't get on with him, and they think what he's done has been shameful. You know, and Manny is one of these people that has no sympathy for Ronaldo. Summerful, he maybe has a bit of sympathy for him. I think Ronaldo, a lot of what he said was true, but it wasn't the time or the place to come out with it. And the way he criticised the manager and the club, and now he's having a go at Rooney and Neville. Well, Rooney Neville is beside the point. That's not really the main thing here. But having a go at the manager and having a go at the club the way he has, and the Glazers, and they're this and they're that, his comments have been that they betrayed him, the club betrayed him, and they didn't believe him when he said that one of his kids was sick after another child of his had died. And he pointed out directly at the Glazers, at the owners, and the board of directors. There's no way the man can play for the club again. Let's be honest about it. But where is he going to go? Where do you think he's going to go now? And what teams will take him? He's obviously not going to stay in the Premier League. Unless maybe he's going to go to Man City. That would just be some story. And then he wins the league with them. Oh, man. That would be hilarious. But yeah, it is what it is. Honestly. Football is a funny old game. And it's entertaining anyway. Let's be honest about it. It's nothing entertaining. He's really had to go on Rooney and Neville as well. So they're trying to make a bit of fame and a celebrity off his back. They definitely have an issue with him now because he spoke out about the club. Something they would never have done. Manny, I'm sure the club bent over backwards to accommodate him over his children. Yeah, I'm sure they did. But he's definitely, I don't know. He's definitely had his bit to say anyway. And it has been fiery. He's pulling no punches, man. He's pulling no punches, man. And the things he said, he's got to be able to back that up. It's like Lee Gunner says, I have receipts. You know what I mean? You need to be able to back it up with proof when you're going to be making comments like that. It's as simple as that. There is no way they would have escaped criticism if they didn't do so. CR7's fatal fault was his eagerness to impose himself on players, even when they despised him. He should maybe just kept a low profile. Yeah, exactly. He would have been better off in the long run doing that. He would have definitely been better off in the long run doing that, keeping a low profile. It's been a disaster. And then coming back to United has been an absolute disaster. I mean, he hasn't gone from bad to worse for him. He went out of the frying pan into the fire, as we say in the business. Yeah, this has been a sobering experience for Ronaldo, I think. It's not like it was when he used to play for them before. His first stint at the club, it's completely different right now. You can't compare. What does the future hold for him? There's no way he's going to stay at United. Anyway. Absolutely no way. There's no doubt in my mind that he's going to be out of the club. I mean, how could he possibly stay at United after everything he said? It just beggars belief. It doesn't make sense. It's just not on the cards. Simple as that. There's no way. There's no way that can happen. That is not going to be. That is not going to happen at all. There's no way that he can stay at the club now. I just can't see that happening. The things he said, what he's done, and it's right at the break that he has a bit of breathing space that he doesn't have to go back to the club and the training ground, face them directly straight away. He's going to go back after all this is kind of things have become a bit clearer. I don't know, they're just going to keep him at the club and just let him run on the bench. It doesn't make sense. You think Ronaldo will be sacked? Yeah, I think the club are just going to let go of him. Yeah, they could well do. But there's no way he's going to play for the club again. After those comments, how can they have any kind of relationship on the training ground? Unless Ten Hag is big enough to rise above it, and the Glazers are big enough to rise above it. But for me, it's it's a done deal. I can't see him staying at the club. I just don't think it's possible, honestly. Why, man? He really, really, really did it this time. I mean, he's after causing so many problems. It is what it is, I suppose, but he's after causing serious, serious problems now. I mean, there's no doubt about that. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up the live stream. Unfortunately, I have to go to work. I would like to stay on longer, but it's life. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank Manny. Yeah, thanks again for my supporting my channel, man. I would like to join in and watch that live stream tonight, but unfortunately I'm going to be working. But I can watch the playback, definitely. And like I said, tell Warren I was asking for him. That's if he still remembers me. But yeah, take care of yourself, man. Yeah, thank you for joining my stream, yeah. And enjoy the stream tonight with Warren, yeah. Have fun. Thank you to Summerful for joining in. Thank you to the McManus Gaming for joining in. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody for taking part in the live stream. Like this video for me. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to click on the notifications bell. You get notified every time I upload content. I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Thank you. Keep an eye on this story, yeah. This Cristiano Ronaldo story is going to run and run and run. It's going to be very, very interesting. I just hope it doesn't distract Fernandes himself, Portugal, from their effort at the World Cup, because that is much more important than Cristiano Ronaldo. You know what I mean? They need to focus completely on the World Cup now. Simple as. And do the best they can for Portugal. Simple as that. Yeah, see you soon, Manny, and thank you again for tuning into my live stream. I appreciate it, man. I would like to stay on longer, but I gotta go. I gotta split. See you later, guys. Peace out. Come on, you Gooners.